Welcome. I'm Amy, an intuitive spiritual teacher, peace minister, healer, law of attraction coach, pet psychic, true love guru, and your biggest cheerleader. Serving the whole world from my headquarters in Texas, I'm here to guide and empower you through this great awakening in truth and consciousness. Join my private membership association today at awakenedalliance.org, where you can purchase an emergency, video, or remote reading. Join my Daily Boost subscription for extra energetic support. Ask a question on my Ask Amy Q&A, including True Love Spreads. Talk with other like-minded people in my forum, or even sign up for personal mentoring. Always check beneath my videos for my latest links and timestamps, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. Have a beautiful day. Hey guys. So I am up really early in the morning to shoot this for you guys because, believe it or not, I recorded it the other day for 2 hours and the audio didn't record. And it didn't tell me, it didn't warn me, it didn't say anything, just wasn't there when I went to put the video together. So, and a bunch of stuff happened in the meantime. So I wasn't able to get to it till Thursday morning, which this is. I woke up around 5:30 and it's now like 6:15. So, but I'm getting it out and hopefully it's going to be on time. Where's my pen? Okay. I'm going to figure something out for just a second. Okay. So today we have wild animals. Wild animals. Oh my gosh, speaking of animals, you guys, you have got to try this thing I just did. You're not even going to believe it. Okay, so you guys probably know that I've been known to be like the Pied Pipers my whole life. Like since I was little, I've been called the Pied Piper of the neighborhood and stuff like that. That's because animals just know that I love them and that I understand them. And everywhere that I would go in my neighborhood, I had a like string of animals following me. And it still happens today. Every time I go to make a video or talk to you guys, I'm constantly hearing you guys say, my cats are gathering around on the couch, or my dog is sitting here staring at the video, or, you know, when I watch you, my cat or my dog watches you and things like that. So there was already that. And then, so it's been interesting to watch how animals respond to me. But then I had this friend and she has a couple of cats and actually she has a few cats and I think it just kind of happened real naturally. I've been doing it over time for a while anyway. Like if somebody has a cat or a few cats and they have some kind of an issue, I'll talk to them. I might even do light language for them or whatever. You know, and I talk on Telegram and WhatsApp quite a bit. So I would do that. Or sometimes, you know, if I had an issue with the cats and I didn't feel my cats and I didn't feel like they were listening to me or they were kind of being stubborn teenagers, I would ask a friend of mine, could you please just talk some sense into her? And my friend would get on and make a recording like, you know, you should listen to your mom because she knows what she's talking about, blah, 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 you know, but there is like, we've taken it to a whole other level right now because another friend of mine ended up adopting a cat, a really precious cat, and she doesn't know anything. She doesn't know very much about cats. So she's been asking me a ton of questions and everything. And I thought, well, wouldn't that be cool if I hook her up with my other friend we're constantly laughing and sending each other videos of our cats and stuff because they are just freaking hilarious. And they're so fun to watch play and, you know, little issues come up and things like that. We help each other resolve them. And I was like, well, let's get the three of us talking and sharing videos and pictures and whatnot, you know, because I'm doing it with both of them. So why not just get us all in a little group and we can all exchange thoughts and whatnot. So that turned into where if one was having an issue and the other of us wanted to kind of plug in and talk to the cat for a minute, then I was like, let's put like all caps, the cat's name we're talking to. Let's do all caps with a colon, and then we leave our message. So that way, you know, it's not to one of us, it's to that particular cat or whatever. So we've made each other aware, cats people don't realize how sensitive our animals are. Sometimes when you talk, some of you know this very well, though. I can feel that. Like if you talk about certain subjects, certain things that happened to them in the past, for example, or where they've come from, or what makes them behave the way they do, or things like that are kind of sad about their past and stuff, their demeanor changes. They get so sad, and sometimes they get really withdrawn, and sometimes they kind of regress back to how they were when you first met them, and all kinds of things. So they can be incredibly sensitive. So the three of us have talked about the different things that are kind of sensitive subjects to be careful of. But anyway, so we've started this thing where we leave a message for a particular cat that might be going through something. So we would put like, if they were talking to Annie or something like that, they would put like capital Annie and then a colon, and then afterwards leave a voicemail, and it would be something like, "Hey Annie, I know you must be having so much fun with that such and such that your mama just gave you. Oh, you must be having, such a great time with that. I hope that you will, share with Nala, because you guys can have so much fun together, and nobody has to have any particular toy." And this isn't really an issue, but I'm just making it up, and like kind of explaining the guidelines, or kind of like encouraging her, or like say she was getting over a fear, like she was afraid of snakes or something. And I had told the group, "Oh my gosh, she actually went out in the yard and she saw a snake and she didn't freak out." That'd be a better example. Then like maybe the other two in the group would get on and do a voice message for Annie and say, "Oh my gosh, honey, your mama told me that you saw a snake today and you didn't freak out. Oh my gosh, I'm so proud of you. That's so exciting." And I cannot tell you guys the difference it's made in all of the cats in the group to get that kind of individual attention and that love from the rest of us. I mean, it's blowing our minds. When we play these voice messages for each other, our cats, like they stop everything and they perk up and they come real close to the phone and they look and they're, "What? A message for me?" And they get so excited, and they really do. They really are making efforts. And with those things that we're talking about, they really are becoming better at certain things that they're working on. And they really are taking pride in themselves and some of these things that they're doing. It is so amazing. And all of us feel like I can't even tell you what it does for your vibration to be encouraging these sweet animals in their lives. It's mind blowing. You guys seriously have to try it. I am so serious. And the thought occurred to me, moms could do this with each other's children or spouses or friends or whatever. It doesn't matter. Like, imagine moms getting together and their daughters or their sons, faced a bully today. And the other moms in the group kind of rallied together and leave voicemails that say like, Calvin, colon, and then a voice message. So the mom comes home and says, "Calvin, I have some messages for you today." "Oh yeah, here, sit down for a minute." And then she plays all of those voice memos from those moms that said Calvin, colon, blah, 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 blah. You guys have to try it. I'm telling you, I don't care in which way you try it. Leave an encouraging message for anybody, your grandma or whoever, just leave an encouraging message like that create a group of you who are into the same thing. It could be for horses, it could be for anything, but come up with something that you really care about, that you can give that loving, nurturing energy to, and leave a message for when it's needed, when encouragement is needed, or when a dispute needs to be resolved, or anything like that. And you just get ready for some really incredible vibes that, I mean, your heart is going to swell with goodness. We can turn the world around with this. I mean, get on Telegram, get on WhatsApp if you're not on those types of apps that let you leave a rambling voicemail that goes forever. Like, get on one of those apps immediately. Signal does the same thing, I believe. I'm never on Signal, but I mean, I would be. I will be, once that's the only thing that's working at the moment. But anyway, I know it sounds really, out of the ordinary, which is what we need right now anyway, because who the hell needs to be ordinary right now? Ordinary sucks. So let's try some new stuff. Let's try doing something so positive that it's like, unheard of. Okay. Because it is just amazing. I feel so uplifted by encouraging these cats throughout the day on different things. I try to at least give each of them one message a day. But I mean, I don't know. I don't know about that. But, making introductions, we definitely all have left each other, all the cats like a message individually. But going forward, it's just like on an as needed basis. And in the meantime, the rest of us, like cat mommies, are just exchanging videos and pictures and, just having fun with that and enjoying that. And you could have different groups for different things. You could have like gardening people. Gardening people could get all together and they could talk to their plants. The plants would feel it too, guys. Everything has consciousness. It's amazing. All right. So anyway, enough rambling about that. But I cannot tell you how amazing it is. I cannot tell you just how good you feel about it. Look, the cats are playing right now. They totally know what I'm saying. They're like, yes, we've been feeling amazing. It's just so cool. So on that note, I have a spirit animal oracle deck with Jody Bergsma's art, and she is my favorite artist. She is absolutely incredible. So you can't see that very well, but it's a dragonfly on the front. So I thought I would just pick a spirit animal for today, and then we'll get going. And I guess the cool thing about you guys in particular this week is I've already done a blissing for you. I've already looked into your situations. And I need to go get my other deck. So it's like you've already had a layer of work done, and now today, with me having to repeat this, you're going to get another layer on top of that. So it may be the same message as what I gave you before, or it may be more if we're going to a deeper level or something. So this is going to be so interesting. All right. Dear love. Oh, that's really sweet. Yeah, she puts a lot of feeling into her art. Jody Bergsma. And she's from the Washington area, which is where I'm from. Well, sort of. Oxnard, California, and Marysville, Washington are the two places I went back and forth from when I was little growing up. Okay, be gentle with yourself. You heal with the power of love. See the light in all things. Acknowledge your self-worth and grace. So those, I can't tell you how perfect those cards are. Every single time I pick them, I'm just, wow. It's just like so perfect. So I'm going to go get my other little Llewellyn Classic mini deck right now, because I know quite a few of you asked for true love readings. So hang on just a minute. Okay. I had to make sure the microphone's working too. Like, hello. All right. We got it. It's happening. All right. So 5122. This is going to be so much easier now with these animals for the time stampers. They're going to just fly through. Okay. So I'm not going to look. Okay. there it is. Okay. What's the animal for 5122? A zebra. Okay. Hello, little zebra. He's got short little legs. He's a tubby little guy. He's cute. Okay. Now, what's the saying about the zebra and their stripes? Okay. Hi, Amy. I'd like a true love check-in on my divine masculine and myself. What's going on with my DM? Thank you and bless you, Amy. Bless you too, my dear. Okay. I think that's going to work. All right. So what's he thinking and feeling about her right now, please? What's he thinking and feeling about her? You guys have to report back if you try that. Got it. You gotta try. You guys, I'm serious. Give it a shot. You're not gonna believe it. You're just not gonna believe what it'll do. I know some of you are like, I don't even have anybody I could do that with. But if you do, or if somebody should enter your life where you feel like comfortable enough to ask them, well, could you leave a message for my son, just encouraging him to tie his own shoes? You know what I mean? You'll be amazed how these animals and these people in your lives, they listen to other people and they feel so encouraged to be acknowledged like that. Do you know there's a tribe? I'm sorry, hang on just a minute, I'll get to you. There is a tribe out there where if somebody does something bad, like they steal something or something like that, instead of being punished or put away behind bars, they're put in the middle of the circle and they're surrounded by the village and they're told good things about themselves to remind themselves of who they really are. Isn't that amazing? And of course, you can imagine how transformative that would be. Okay. What's he thinking and feeling right now? And that's part of these things happen. And the things that come out of my mouth during this are all being channeled by spirit. So the fact that I'm talking about this while you're asking about your masculine, that's not a mistake, and that is not an accident, because I just looked over at the self-care wisdom cards as well. So I feel like he is taking good care of himself and talking sweet to himself, and maybe even getting advice from friends, or like, just I feel gentleness and peace like the deer. He's definitely afraid he's going to miss out on you if he doesn't make you some kind of an offer out of integrity. What the cool thing is, he's got like the Knight of Pentacles, the King of Cups, the King of Wands. And then, you have all this fear he's overcoming for a new beginning because he feels so fiery about you. And you're the King of Wands to him. So you're super sexy and inspirational. And he loves that you guys have fiery words with each other. There's so much passion there. And he wants it to come together. So he's strategizing on how he can make that happen, how he can share his feelings with you, and how you guys could actually come together and cooperate and collaborate and work together. And of course, that can be in a partnership and a relationship, or it could be actual work or whatever it is, but he wants to be on the same team and he doesn't want to delay anymore. He's sick of it. I don't see any pages here, girl. I see no pages, which means that he's not feeling like a little boy. He's feeling like a man. Like he's not, it's not looking as insecure as he's looked before. Wow. Another king of swords. He's going to be straightforward and just tell it like it is. He's just going to be like, boom. And it's not even going to be cutting, or we would see the Page of Swords. Page of Swords can be like somebody who just blurts stuff out that can be kind of hurtful. But no, it's going to be soft and sweet. Now, this is a page, but it's in his communication. So it's not even insecurity. I feel like it's just going to be a sweet little message dipping his toe in the water to make sure that it's safe to approach because of what's going to happen. So, yeah, look at this. He wants to heal things with you. Both of these cards are about healing and getting naked, of course. You guys have it going on there. So he's going to be totally authentic with you and just put all his cards on the table and do his very best to be really himself. And he wants the end of this difficult period. And he feels like he's betrayed you. So he wants to do something to balance that out and give back to you, and go to the next level. Like begin a relationship. I'm sure you guys won't immediately move in together or something like that, but whatever the next step is, you know what I mean? The next logical step. So he looks really good here. Also, what is he doing? Let's look at the self-care cards, because what is he doing right now to take better care of himself? What is this masculine doing to take better care of himself? I get choice. Worry less about making the right choice and more about being strong enough to handle any outcome. I talk about this all the time on this channel. That's oh that my gosh, that is so huge, you guys. Worry less about making the right choice and more about being strong enough to handle anything that happens, any outcome. That's exactly what it is. That's what happens when you mature, is you realize I got all the tools that I need. I'll be okay no matter what. All I have to do is follow my heart, and then I can love myself enough to be positive about whatever happens and handle it and move through it and be kind to everybody and resolve it. And, it's like you trust yourself enough to be able to handle whatever is going to happen as a result. So that is amazing that he's in that space. And then I also get ease. Remember, I was saying I feel peace with him. So it says, today I allow life to be easy. Why not, right? Why not? Sometimes you realize that you've just been getting in your own way with all the worry and everything. And you finally get in that flow of swinging on a swing. It doesn't have to be this hard. It really doesn't have to be this hard. I can handle whatever's to come. Wow. And I feel like this is happening for the collective, for the masculines. So those of you who also have true love counterparts, this is a really good sign. I mean, I haven't really seen this energy yet. So this is fresh. This is fresh coming in from the masculines, hot off the presses. Okay. Okay. I'm just listening to see what I'm supposed to do next, because they said for me to do something. And then when I went to do it, they were like, no, not that. So, okay. Spirit cards. They want to give you spirit cards. And I think these are for, we'll have to see. Let's just see what they want to tell you. Give anonymously to those who are in difficult places you've been before. Maybe this is part of your, what you're going to be working on. Maybe both of you together, or maybe just for you. Maybe it's a little wink just for you. Love is the answer, and love is grace. Yes, he's figuring that out. Let me be gracious and easy about the situation. Let me not bring stress to it. Let me bring, some softness to it. Don't be afraid to rely on others to aid you at a time of need. Accept a gift or take a compliment. People feel good when they give. Let them do it. In doing so, you encourage all humanity to care. Yes, 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 and yes. I feel like both of you are learning that equal give and take is important. He's such a giver. These masculines, man, they're just people pleasers. They'll just give and give and give and give and give to the wrong people, to the wrong people who treat them terrible, but they're learning that. They're learning, like, why am I throwing my pearls to pigs who just gobble them up like they're food or something? Like, pearls need to be put up somewhere where they can be admired and beautiful and, appreciated, not just like, mixed up in the mud like they're just dirt or rocks. So, yeah, they're learning quality over quantity for sure. Yay. Okay. 5123. Let's see what animal 5123 gets. Let's see. I try not to look again. Put this one back though. Well, no, I won't put that one back because we don't want to pull the same one. 5123, please. Oh my gosh. What are the chances? That's crazy. A deer. What? Shut up. A deer. Oh dear. Okay. Hi, Amy. Thank you for all that you do. I was wondering if I could get a true love spread on my masculine and I. We currently are in separation. Thank you so much. You're welcome so much. Let's take a look at you guys. For those of you who don't know about true love, definitely go to my playlist all about true love, and you'll learn all you need to know. I also have another video coming out to help the feminines and help them to see the ways in which they sabotage themselves in that separation phase. What was that? What was that? Oh, he's strategizing on bringing more joy to your life. He must know that you're kind of stressed out. Yeah, he wants a celebration. He's tired of lying and hiding and denying your connection. He feels like with you, he could have anything. You're the Queen of Pentacles to him. So you're like really grounded and mature. You got it going on. You can make anything happen. You can create anything. He knows you're his ultimate dream come true with the 10 of Pentacles. One more pentacle with the Knight of Pentacles, and you have 11 pentacles. You guys are twin flames, and he knows it. He knows that he's been going at a snail's pace, but he really does have a lot of passion and love for you that he wants it to finally pull together. Now, the last masculine, now watch for the theme between these masculines because it could be the collective energy. He's really wanting to pull this together. He's tired of just like looking out at it like some kind of a fantasy, something he'll ultimately achieve somewhere out there, like Fievel, somewhere out there. And he's like, no, I want her here. I want her in my bed. Like, I want her in my life. I want to touch her face. I want to. So yeah, they're getting up courage to go to this. They're becoming the men that they always knew they could be so that they can be, match your energy. So yeah, celebrating that this dream comes true. You guys come together finally and breaking free of anybody else or anything else or any other agenda that's pulling him and distracting him in other directions. He wants to slowly, since it is the Knight of Pentacles, slowly but surely start to shape and form his life to get to you. So I feel like he's moved some boulders in your way, like inadvertently, not consciously, but like, oops, now I've kind of cornered myself in the corner. Now I have to figure out a way to navigate through again and remove those obstacles, but he's doing it. And he's doing it of his own accord, and he's going to create some balance between you guys. And then you guys can go real fast. So this is an energy of like lots of communication, lots of love being thrown at each other, lots of text messages and all those wonderful things. It's going to feel a lot more real when this energy kicks in, and you're going to see that love. So he's trying to figure out a way in the future. He's trying to figure out a way to show you or tell you that he loves you and to heal this connection. And the fear that it's caused in him, to admit the fear that it's caused in him, and the people pleasing he's been doing to try to, I just heard, stay above board. Like he wants to stay above board according to what he feels that people want. They want to see this or they want to see that, but he doesn't want you to slip out of his fingers because of his lack of self-esteem and self-worth is what I just felt. So he's been healing that. He also wants to get you naked. That's part of the theme here today. He wants things to come to the surface. You know what this feels like? And I don't think it says this in the cards, but I feel like he wants people to know about you. He wants people to, he's been heartbroken that you're flying solo sometimes. He wants to offer his love and he wants to bring you in from out in the cold. So I feel him like if he were making this video right now, it'd be like he would welcome you in the door and be like, here's my person. Here's my sweetheart. Here's my love. And here's my true love, my ultimate love. And that he would be just super proud and really happy to like have you there with him. So there's something about introductions. And look at this. I just got a yes. Randomly picked the King of Swords, which is a yes. And clarity and saying it like it is, making you some kind of a major offer to go to the next level. So, and he thinks you're incredibly mature to have, and your wish fulfillment for him to have endured this whole situation like you have. And if you look at her cup with the 9, that's 10 of cups. So you've had 2 sets of cards where there were 2 cards that came together to make a big picture, right? So the 9 of cups with the 1 cup. Then you had the 9 of, what was it? The 9 of coins or something. And then the 1 coin was the 10 of coins. No, you had 10 of 10 of coins, then one more, the Knight of Pentacles that made the 11. So anyway, something about like he needs that additional coin to make his life perfect, or maybe he feels like he can be the additional coin that makes your life perfect. And coins represent something tangible, touchable, again with the touching, like, and when you see horses mean like tangible touching, physical touching as well. So, or they can represent that as well. So, and gentle and easy. And I feel like getting some kind of a guide for you. Who's guiding your relationship in coming together? Merlin, cosmic knowledge. Okay, so we're going to look up Merlin. Here we go. Drop everything you're wrestling with. Leave the mind struggles. Stop trying to figure it all out. Don't rely solely on the 3D logic. You need to look beyond the physical and open your energy to the physical, to the metaphysical forces that govern our universe. This is where your answer for healing lies, beyond the veil, in the constellations, in transits of the planets, deep inside the mysteries of the cosmos. This is an area where I feel like you're influencing him for sure. You're now harnessing ancient wisdom from the Avalon mystery schools of Merlin. He taught metaphysical subjects such as alchemy, sacred geometry, astrology, divining, and energy healing. There was a vast cosmic library containing esoteric texts by divine scholars. Let Merlin help you remember your magical powers. Whatever you're seeking right now, your inner magician knows how to find it. Meditate and ask your third eye chakra to reveal what you need to know. You can visualize Merlin's rainbow light streaming from your chakras to heal yourself and your relationship or any karmic issues. You're a wise soul with knowledge from other worlds. Trust the powers conferred by your purple cloak and crystal wand given to you many moons ago by the superior sorcerer Merlin. Okay. So he's tuning into his magic. He's getting his magic on. That's awesome. And I feel like, I feel you were responsible for that somehow. Okay. 5124. It'd be a true love spread and a mini med bed. Okay. So 5124. What animal do you get? Which animal? Ooh, an eagle. Okay. Now, an eagle, I always refer to is your higher self, as the higher self. The eagle encourages you to get present in the moment so that you can hear the guidance from spirit more clearly. You have to quiet your thoughts in order and have like meditation time and things to be able to hear any kind of warnings and threats and things like that real clearly, any kind of guidance that's bringing you into your ultimate happiness. Okay. So maybe that's just a friendly reminder for you to tune into your higher self more often and to take quiet time or be more present. I just saw her like straightening herself out, like getting ready, like we can see each other. So, and I just said, we're going to see each other. So it's like, I think she's getting ready to pop out of hiding. 7 of Swords, I think, has been in every spread for the masculines now, too. So that's about getting over the lies and manipulation, depending on the cards around it. But it's also strategizing and constantly thinking of, well, if I move this here, then this will happen. And if I do this, and it's like constantly thinking about something and trying to figure it out. and putting a strategy together, and whatever she's dealing with, whatever the strategy is, it's going to involve integrity and taking right action. Yeah, she's trying to figure out, look at that, trying to figure out a way to hold on to you and to get through holding back and being stubborn, and to express her feelings for you, despite anything. Just, she needs to know how I feel. She needs to know how I feel. So I feel like she's overcoming some insecurities so that you guys can be on the same page. I feel like something about the way she's looking at things is kind of being destroyed. So I'm surprised there isn't a hangman here, but it's more about like, there's also a fear of you getting away, and this being her deepest regret. So she does more nakedness. She wants you guys to get naked and real with each other and authentic in every way, shape, and form, and being emotionally vulnerable, physically vulnerable, like in every way. She wants that vulnerability. She wants to complete that cycle and finally heal things, by expressing her love for you. So she is planning and strategizing on how she can fight for you. She's got faith in this connection, and she really wants to. Yeah, it seems to me like with this card and this card that she may have to fight some people's opinions off at this point. So I don't know if there's been something that's been discovered or something and everybody's up in arms, or if it's that she's actually going to finally take action and now people are weighing in on it. I don't know what's necessarily going on there. I get a yes. Major transformation is happening. So there's some kind of a big to do going on in the spirit world, where they're like, oh my gosh, she's about to do this. And we got to rally everybody up over here, and we got to get the support over here. And it's like getting all their ducks in a row and stuff, getting ready for some communication. Wow. Well, okay. All right. So let me do a mini med bed to help. Spirit, just let me know whatever I can do to help line this up so she can get this off of her chest finally. And I just looked at a horse, physical touch. It's like she wants to tell you how she feels about you, but kind of be holding your hand when she does that. I don't know why she feels that's important, but she really wants to hold your hand and tell you how maybe so you'll take her seriously, because she's always been kind of a goofball. Like, she's always been kind of like funny about things. And it's like, no, I'm serious. Like, I really love you. You need to know that. And my love is not going anywhere. Okay. Oh, interesting. They're wanting to focus more on you and your energy to receive her, to be willing to be open to her right now. You're a bit in the on the defensive right now in your energy anyway. So they're encouraging you to take a look at all the things that irritate you about what she's been doing or what she's done, and see those things in yourself. See how those things have been irritating you about you, actually, because they really want you to relate to her and to understand that she's not over here with all the problems and issues, and you're just over here waiting for her, but that you are seeing. They want you to get in the habit of seeing that her issues are your own, and to acknowledge that, and to maybe make a list of the things that really annoy you about her or what she's done throughout this time, and then make a list of how you've been doing something similar in some way, shape, or form to what she's been doing. Like, this is the way that I do that. Like, Byron Katie uses an example of somebody smoking. Okay, well, you don't smoke, right? But you could be smoking by thinking too much, spinning your wheels, and it's causing smoke to come flying out, So, think about the ways in which you are smoking. Don't just say, oh, I don't smoke. Say, in which way am I smoking? Really reach for those answers, because you'll realize things about yourself that you didn't know. You know what I mean? I just got the word supermarket. I have no idea why. Maybe that's how you're going to run into her or something. And I just saw a pumpkin. So maybe you're going to be at the supermarket buying a pumpkin and you're going to look up and there she'll be. I don't know. That's funny. And they want to give one little piece of guidance here. We're protecting you from black magic or something negative being sent your way. Just wanted you to be aware and please sage and clear the energy where you are. So I'm going to clear your home right now. I just heard like nuisance, arguing, negativity around you that's affecting you inadvertently. Shishena pama hai la ken sa se na happy and kena. I said, if you're going to keep up this negativity and this arguing and fighting and stuff, you're going to have to go elsewhere, is the warning they've been given by Spirit. It's like grace and peace is a priority, or is like staking its claim on this property, on this, on this area. This is a place of peace and grace. And if you're not of that energy, you need to get out. So you might find that one of your neighbors moves or something like that. I don't know. Yeah, I just feel a really defensive energy. Maybe that's the energy that you had on you. Maybe it wasn't you being defensive, but it was like energy we're taking on from a neighbor. I just got a yes. So there you go. But still, look at those things, though, that Spirit prompted you to take a look at, because that's going to be really helping for when you guys come together and have this conversation. Okay. 5131. 5131. 5131. 5131. A rhino. Cool. He's cute. Can't really see his horn. There you go. We can slide this over a little bit. He's cute. Okay, 5131. Okay. Hi, Amy. Hugs to you and your fur babies. Thank you. I reached out to you many months ago about having a child out of wedlock when I was very young. Myself, a retired nurse, and he being a doctor. I lied to him when my son was born and told him that my son was not his because he was a new doctor and I didn't want to ruin his promising future. I want to interject right now, guys, that, don't lie no matter what. Always face the consequences for telling your truth. So, wait, well, I can't really say like no matter what, but like don't be God. Don't play God. Don't say, because that is a major, major, major decision to make on somebody else's behalf because you're assuming something. Like that's like saying you don't trust God to work out his life to be okay. You don't know if his life would have been way better and enhanced, and his career could have soared because he had a son, because he found out he had a son. You know what I mean? So everybody out there who has a decision like this to make, you leave it up to God. You just tell your truth and integrity, period. That's your only job. Follow your heart, love yourself, speak your truth. Live by those things and everything will work out beautifully. So despite what you're so afraid might happen, always tell your truth. So, but you didn't. And so here's what happened. I later told him the truth and could prove this by way of DNA testing, but he refused. I since then have sent many letters throughout the years with photos. He did contact me once many years ago to vacation with him, but he was married and had a couple of kids with that other person, so she didn't do it. I did what you have advised. I wrote a letter and sent photos, and you stated he probably wouldn't write back, and he didn't. I do feel that he sent a private detective Can you tell me how he's feeling about this, the letter and the photos? This is the last time I will ever write him. I was actually doing this in hopes that he would find some closure once and for all. Okay, so let's get honest about that too. You don't know whether somebody's going to get closure from you talking to them or whatever. Most likely, you're just wanting to get it off your own chest. So always try to be, you got to be honest with yourself first. Then you can be honest with other people. So the first thing you need to admit is you're not some saint who's trying to do it for his sake. You know what I'm saying? We do that. We will lie to ourselves and tell ourselves, oh, I'm doing it for a really good reason, to try to give them some peace of mind. But when we can get real with ourselves, and it's usually selfish, and I hate to say that, but it's true, because we have egos right now. Until we're in the 5D and we're elevated and we're ascended and we're enlightened, we still have egos that influence us. And those egos are really trying to get something that we want. Okay. Unless they're, I mean, there are some circumstances in which you're truly giving from the heart. But so just wanted to make note of that. People can have closure without any communication whatsoever. They can just heal it within themselves and completely let it go within themselves. So, but we're going to take a look at this and see how he's feeling about the whole situation. And what I felt into before, we'll see what it says today. But he definitely felt really bad. He definitely felt like there was something that he wanted to do and that he wants to be close to his son. He wants to cultivate a relationship and start some communication. So, yeah, he feels like you're very emotionally intelligent and maybe even intuitive. Whoa, he wants to go to the next level with you. Now that wasn't there before, but that's also a sense of community and family. So maybe it's more about that. Like, I feel like he still has feelings for you, honestly. Not that that matters, especially if he has a family now and everything, but he definitely, and he's going to be celebrating coming together with you. He's just trying to figure out a way to balance out all the fear and the angst, and maybe even make a major choice to get rid of his karmic if he's with somebody who's a karmic. And then he's going to overcome his ego and apologize to you. And he looks up to you a lot and he wants to break free and become single. So I think he would like a new beginning with you. And then he's going to send some kind of a message to his son, like wanting to reconcile. He wants to heal his people pleasing and go after his true love. So that true love, this whole true love part and coming together with you and everything, that's all new. I mean, that's been there for a long time, but that wasn't in the last spread that I did for you. I mean, there was a little hint that he was also wanting to make good by you, but that's pretty cool. And he might be being real stubborn about it. So when you get these animals, make sure that you look them up and find out the symbolism behind them. Because it could really fit the situation and it'll give you some insights about, how he really feels about you in the situation and whatnot. But he's a really friendly looking rhino, right? So he may be being stubborn or he may be coming up with his horn, but he's not about to use that horn, So maybe his bark is louder than his bite, But he's had some kind of an epiphany or realization that you're everything he's ever wanted. And he wants to make you some kind of an offer. Like you were the family he was supposed to have in the first place. Maybe, yeah, he wants the end of a difficult period and to put the burden down and have a new passionate start. Maybe this is a new thing that just happened. Maybe he's been fighting with her and he's gained some clarity on the situation. And he's like, I don't want this anymore. I don't want this conflict and stress and whatnot. I want to be with her and with my original son, Wow, that's interesting. It's really interesting. So, I also feel like letting you know, let him take care of all this. You let him do all of it. Just let him come to terms with the whole thing. Let him leave his person. All of this could take a long, long time. So just let the whole thing go. Watch my Empress video or the Queen video. I'm not sure which one I'm going to call it, but watch the video that's coming out soon on how Divine Feminines sabotage themselves. Watch that. So you guys can come together, you know. Okay. My grandson is a year and a half old, and I feel like I've known him forever. Since he was 3 months old, he's been very affectionate towards me, attempting to kiss my cheeks. Hugs that were beyond a 3 month old. 3 months old usually don't want to kiss or hug anybody. And he did bond with his mom, but he obviously focused. I'm obviously the focus of his heart. Every time he sees me, his whole body smiles, runs, and he runs to me, and I get big hugs and kisses. My question is that about him. Is he someone important to me from a past life? Wow, since he was born, my heart says, I know you and I love you so much. Thank you, dear soul, for your help. Okay. Now, I saw a past life before when I tuned into this before, and I'm just wondering if it's the same past life they want me to tap into this time. They said yes. Okay. So before it was a romantic connection. However, you didn't really give him the time of day. I feel like he was a soulmate. And if you know anything about, when what I explained about the different types of true love, soulmates are the ones that are more your best friends, and there's not like a whole lot of passion there. But they get you and you get them, and you guys, soulmates can be animals, and soulmates can be, your sisters and brothers, anybody that you feel really close to and really bonded with and really get each other kind of thing. So I feel like you guys were soulmates in that life, and he put in a lot more energy into doing for you than you did for doing for him, kind of thing. Like it wasn't reciprocated very well. And he was a knight, and you were some kind of a princess or something. And I think you had your eyes on somebody else, and he was always trying to like win your love. So just keep that in mind as he grows and as you get to know him. Like some of that stuff might be there. Some of the wanting to win your heart and things like that might still be there subconsciously in his mind. But remember also that he's not going to remember that past life, most likely. But he'll remember those feelings of wanting to prove himself to you, trying to show you, look, I am important. I am special. I do love you so much, and I want this reciprocated, and I want to prove something to you so that you'll show that love back or something like that, so and maybe you regretted it in that life. I do feel you did. Like later in life, when the passion had faded with whoever else, I think you were kind of wishing maybe you'd made a different decision and gone with the guy that was just very, very sweet to you. Anything else you want to say about this? Yeah, he needs to, in this life, and this is something you can kind of help him with, he needs to have his self-esteem and his self-worth rest in him loving himself. Just loving himself. Who cares what anybody else thinks or if anyone else accepts or loves you? You validate your own feelings. You validate yourself. And if you approve of yourself and you're proud of yourself and you like who you are and who you've become, that is all that matters. Nobody else. Not any kind of love, not any kind of anything. So I feel like one of your messages for him, one of the ways you're really going to connect with him and help him is to learn to love himself and to not care what anybody else thinks. So you can help him heal that, because he never felt that he was ever enough in that past life. So yeah, you're going to help give him confidence. And then I do feel that he is going to meet somebody really incredible for him later on. And it's probably because he does love himself enough to not do that to himself anymore, to not think that of himself anymore. I feel like if he were to go into that same, if he were to take the energy of the past life with him forward into this relationship with this girl he's going to meet, it would fail. It wouldn't work. He would probably end up going with a karmic or something like that. But because of the work you're going to do with him, he is going to love himself enough to allow that kind of love in. So, yay. That's awesome. All right. All right, so now we're going to 5132. 5132. Oh, a monkey. He's cute. They're all so cute. 5132. Oh my gosh, look at you guys. There's a little giraffe peeking. Oh, you get in there. You'll get picked if you get picked. These guys. Okay, 5132. On 915 question 5002, that's quite specific. You mentioned to me that my DM, maybe a twin flame, is people pleasing and wants to communicate with me to make things right. But he seems to be in a very different space than me. He's avoiding me and seems to be angry about me telling him my feelings toward him. Can you tell me if he is meant to be with me, or if it's just not in the cards and I shouldn't wait for him? Thanks for your guidance. It's truly appreciated. Okay, so first and foremost, definitely watch my playlist all about true love, because I explain in there. There's a particular video. Actually, if you go on my website and go to the videos tab, there's a video on there called The Divine Masculine's Ultimate Test. And the divine masculines do not take it well when you tell them how you feel about them at first. Why? Because it scares the crap out of them. It really does. And rather than show you that they're afraid, of course they're going to lash out at you and get angry and push you away and said they only want to be friends. So your objective is to watch another video too called Stepping into Your Power, or watch the Empress video that's about to come out. You have got to, again, kind of like with the last reading, you need to put your self-worth on yourself and not care if he validates those feelings or not. And you need to know that what you felt with him was absolutely 100% spot on. You weren't wrong. Just because he's arguing and angry doesn't mean that you were wrong. It actually means it just validates what I say all the time, which is, that the masculines, whoever's the masculine one, and it's not a gender thing. It's not even about masculine qualities and feminine qualities. It's really about a runner and a chaser dynamic. So, the person who is more immature is the masculine, and they just get more scared of what could happen if it fails, or what could happen if this, or just so the what ifs overcome them. And they become really stressed out and scared, and they're not about to be vulnerable and just admit to you that they're scared. They're going to be, fighting mad or whatever. Okay, so let's take a look at this. What is he thinking and feeling about her now, please? Trying to have the strength to walk away from something bad. So whatever the something bad is, it could be something toxic in his life. Maybe he has a karmic in his life, or maybe he's doing the people-pleasing thing. Whatever it is, he's got to overcome his ego, which is probably you telling him that you love him and him treating you the way that he did. He's trying to get up the strength to become like much more grounded and mature when he talks to you. Maybe even admit some truth to you. He wants to apologize to you and make you an offer of love. So he really does feel like you're everything he's ever wanted, and he compares himself to you and feels like he's not good enough for you. Now, you would know that if you've watched my playlist, right? Because I talk about that in there a lot. This is what they go through. And he is strategizing on how he can connect with you and build rapport with you after that broken heart, and repair it and break free from whatever situation, whatever, maybe even an addiction. He might be afraid of how an addiction is going to affect you, or maybe his insecurities. So, but he doesn't want to keep it where it's at. He feels really bad. He misses you like crazy. He knows he pushed you away. And I definitely feel like this has true love written all over it. This is what they do. Now, some people could say, well, he's just emotionally unavailable. Well, yeah, but this is just what they do. This is what they do through this stage. And they do grow up overnight sometimes. I mean, it seems like overnight, but the feminines wait and wait and wait and wait and wait, it seems. And then all of a sudden the masculines come like valiant knights. Like, where the hell did you come from? Like, what is this? Holy cow, you are not the person I thought you were, or you are not the coward that you seemed to be way back when you were running and putting your head in the sand or whatever. So he wants to talk to you and give back to you. He's just got to make some kind of a judgment call as to when and how that's going to happen. But he also wants to be like working with you instead of against you, which it's working against you for you to say, I have feelings for you, and for him to be like, rah, So I used to tell people or warn people, you haven't said that you love him, do you yet? And if they're like, yes, oh no, that's going to take forever to come back together, or if they haven't, don't do it. Do not say it. They'll figure it out and they'll come to you. So I've seen all the different scenarios play out. I've had them play out my own life. I don't say it. I do not say it. Unless I know that that the other person feels the same way and they've expressed it too, then I'll be like, all right, okay, all right, yes, we love each other or whatever, because I know it freaks them out and just scares the doo-doo out of them, and they end up running to a karmic. So, or they do stupid things to themselves, or they sabotage themselves in some way, so it's like it puts too much pressure on. And then, a lot of times the masculines even say how much they love you and they want to start a life with you and have kids with you and the whole thing. And then they run. So you got to study this stuff. You've got to find out more about this whole true love journey, so you're aware and you're wise and you see it coming, and you can avoid certain things and you can stay in the right mind space. The right mind space is basically for you to be focusing on yourself. I'm going to look at the self-care cards. Focusing on yourself, taking care of yourself, minding your own business, making everything about you. Watch the Empress video again. Okay. Change course. Watch my other video, alternate options, also. I believe it's in that videos tab on my website. Yeah, but look at alternate options. It'll teach you about soul flames too that come in when the twin flame doesn't accept the offer, like slams the door in your face like he did. A soul flame usually comes in as an option as well. So check that video out. Oh my gosh. A closed door is an invitation from life to move in an even better direction. It's time to change course. So it sounds to me like you might be having a soul flame come in. I like to see it as like an attorney. Now, this is a terrible example because we found out what attorneys are now, but basically there's an invitation that they give the masculine to come into the office and take a look at what he's about to inherit. Hey, you're about to inherit millions of dollars, and that's you're the millions of dollars, right? The lottery. And they look at it and they can either say, yes, I accept, this is incredible, I am worthy, I know that this is for me, and they stake their claim on it. They're like, yes. Or they say, no thanks, no, my family wouldn't be cool with this wouldn't be approved of by the public. This wouldn't, no. I would have to change my ways. I'd have to toss my ego out. I'm not about to do that, And then they walk out of the door, and the attorney's like, "What? Are you kidding me? You passed on all of this? Like, this is your ultimate dream come true right now." But they do, And when they close that door, though, soulmates come knocking. They are soul flames, soulmates sometimes too. But so take a look at that playlist, because you might just be having somebody else coming through for you now that he's shut the door. Don't be surprised and I really do believe that the twin flame itself gets passed on to the person who's naturally most likely to love you next in line. So, and the torch keeps getting passed every time a masculine says no and shuts the door and says, I choose another path. I choose another person. I choose to go with a karmic that'll beat me up and make me feel like crap. Then it keeps getting passed down to soul flames. So you will be getting what you want if you are practicing the law of attraction, staying in your power, staying strong, keeping your high vibration above anything else, all that stuff I talk about in the Empress video too. Okay. 5138. 5138. What is this? Interesting. Oh, what? That's interesting. Okay. It fell. So, okay. You have a tree. You have a tree, my dear. But what was interesting was the tree had a snake in it, a little smiling snake. It was a little friendly snake, but it was a snake nonetheless. So there could be a snake in your family. There could be somebody who's like playing both sides or pretending to be on your side and they're not, or that kind of thing. So just be aware and be careful. But there could be a snake hiding. Or there could be somebody who's going to transform so much that it's surprising. Like, how the snakes shed their skin and they become new? Because the tree looks healthy, the snake looked happy. So maybe somebody's about to go through a major transformation, and I just got the word proud. You're going to be really proud of the person. So, or maybe it's both. Maybe you need to realize somebody really doesn't have your back, and then somebody else is going to go through a major transformation. Or maybe the person who doesn't have your back that you've known hasn't had your back is going to go through a major transformation, and they're going to be like totally different. Okay. So, hi, Amy. My head has been feeling funny for a while, for about 3 months now. It's been feeling very hot. I have to lay down for a while and put an ice pack on my forehead. It's just my head. Sometimes I feel lighthearted or like I'm floating. Do you have any idea what this might be? Anything I can do to prevent the discomfort? Thank you so much for all your help. Well, I did a lot of healing on this the other day. So I'm thinking that you probably, and I do feel you already feel better. But sometimes there are many layers to the different things that need healing. So we'll take a look and see if there are some other layers that I need to clean up. What was the main gist of what she needed to know? That it was an ascension process thing, and that you need to set aside any resistance to it. So you need to totally accept it and not be afraid of it at all. So I would do the thank you, God, for my misery exercise on that. It helps you to radically accept things. Thank you, God, so much that, that I have this thing with my head, and here's why it's a really great thing for me right now, a benefit and an advantage or whatnot. I feel like pulling some kind of card right now. He said limited thinking, like, open up your mind to the possibilities and the possible solutions that might be coming into your life. Expansion is trying to come in. There's maybe something having to do with like extraterrestrials that are trying to, a starseed family might be coming through to try to introduce themselves to you, and you might have some resistance to that. So maybe they're adjusting some things with your head too to help you. The solar flares and things like that, I feel like are also helping us to be receptive of them. Don't doubt your intuition. You're not making it up. So maybe that's part of your resistance, is you are starting to receive these messages and you're like, oh, I'm just making it up. No, I'm just, you're not. And that's part of your ego's trick, is to try to be like to make you doubt yourself. Go with the new and divinely inspired rather than the comfortable but worn out. It's time to let go of the old. Okay. You're getting squeezed outside your comfort zone to spread your wings and fly. Throw your inhibitions out the window. Throw your resistance out the window because you're being pulled to go to maybe new spaces, maybe a new home, maybe a new life is opening up for you. You have a major decision that you're going to have to make. Sometimes the best decision is no decision at all. But I see the scales are completely balanced. So just make sure, what I feel is like, buy yourself enough time to make a proper decision. Like, let somebody know if somebody starts to pressure you, you really need to decide right now, and you really need to about a house or whatever. Then you can just say, I will decide when I decide. Let me have adequate time to take a look at all the details. I want to know this and I want to know that. And just be patient with yourself, even if you're being pressured. Don't give in to the pressure. Breathe. The calmer you are, the more time slows down and the easier it is to get everything done. So take your time. Don't let anybody push you. Meditate on it. Do a divine guidance council meeting on it. You can look that up here on YouTube. Take adequate time to make the right decision. Okay, so which animal is helping her right now with this? Which animal is helping her right now? I just looked at a horse. An eagle. An eagle again. So eagle is mastery. You are on a spiritual journey beyond the sky. Oh, wow. We just talked about the extraterrestrials. Let go of the past and soar, those limiting beliefs of the past. You are guided by the winds of spirit. Your wisdom inspires the world. So you're going on some kind of a really inspiring path that they're preparing you for now. And some of the heat is downloads. And I keep itching my nose. And that's downloads. So I think you'll be channeling maybe. Or at least, yeah, and practicing the divine guidance council meetings will help you figure out how to channel too effectively. Lilith, face your shadow. Stop running. Thank you, God, for my misery exercise would definitely help you to do that. Doing Byron Katie's self-inquiry work will help you do that. Okay, Lilith. Okay. Lilith sees everything that you strive to keep hidden from view. Drawing this card shows that you've arrived at a point of significant transformation. Good for you. Oh, that's what they were saying too. Yeah, okay. Well, that just goes along with ascension and enlightenment. Yeah, I also felt before that you were going to become enlightened in this life. It means you're at a crossroads. She holds out her hands and says, your spirit vibrates with secret powers of old. The wisdom yearns to be shared and used for the rebirth of the feminine soul. The only way you'll access this power now is to face your shadow side. It's everything within you that's been censored, stifled, and denied. Your deep-seated rage, your crippling shame, your fathomless fear, your traumas and wounds, your feelings of unworthiness. You've labeled these feelings as taboo and have never felt able to accept and work through them. Sometimes the forbidden shadow emotions leak out, leading you down paths of self-sabotage and self-destruction. Feelings of envy and self-pity could hinder you. So with me, you can release self-judgment and look bravely into your hidden self. I'll lead you into safe places where all your secrets can be spoken. This will release enormous waterfalls of energy. It will unlock your creativity, potential, and passions. It will illuminate the divine talents you've been keeping under wraps. You'll create your dreams not because luck or chance or fate, but through realizing that all your power you'll ever need is within you. So don't be afraid. You're ready to shine. Wow, you're getting prepped. You are getting prepped. So please report back as to the things that are going to start happening for you, because I feel like some major shifts are coming. Okay. I want to put that right there. All right, we're on to the next page. Okay. And number 5140. 5140, 5140, 5140. A tiger. Hi, Amy. May I please have a divine masculine check-in? There are lots happening between us recently. I shared with my masculine that all I've ever wanted from him is for him to drop his armor, allow me to see his soul and the emotions that he hides so well, and to communicate what it is that he truly feels. I got to tell you, though, you need to watch my playlist all about true love. And I believe you've looked at that before, but I think you might need to look again because you just listed out all their worst fears. Like, they are scared to death to drop their armor. It's not just like, all I want is for you to drop your armor. That's like saying, all I want you to do is jump off a cliff and die. Like, well, it's like that's any big deal, you know? Allow me to see his soul and his emotions. I feel them screaming when you say that, like, no, that he hides so well. Why do you think he hides it so well? He's scared to death. And to communicate what he truly feels. Are you kidding me? They go years trying to avoid telling you how they really feel. Good Lord. But before all these sweet messages, those are not sweet messages. Those are not sweet messages. You need to understand your man. Those are threats. Those are not sweet messages. Anyway, but before they're sweet to you because you're a feminine, you're looking from your own perspective. The feminines are happy to share their feelings. The feminines think it's fun and wonderful and happy and joyous and all these wonderful things that, you know, I will share my heart and soul. I will tell you I love you. I will tell you blah, blah, blah. and we'd probably happily jump off a cliff for the right reason. But it's like those masculines, they're not like us. And yeah, so before those messages, I had sent a set of angry messages. So you basically sent him threats and then angry messages after that. How does he feel about everything which I had stated? Oh my gosh. And I'm glad that we ironed out that one issue. That was really funny. I was like, what in the world? So thank you for bearing with me through that and for straightening that out. That was awesome. All right. So what's he really thinking and feeling about all this that's gone on? What's he really thinking and feeling about all this that's gone on? He wants the end of a difficult period. He's tired of this pain. He's really tired of it. In his heart space, he wants to offer you love from a place of loving himself and extend an olive branch for you once he forgives himself. So I feel like he's really got to work on, I feel like he feels at some points that he betrayed you, and betraying you betrayed his own heart. And he knew that he was lying about whatever that is. So he's tired of the lying. He's tired of betraying you. He's tired of betraying himself. And he wants to build rapport and a sweet connection with you again. Like get the rapport back again, get the trust going back again. And for you guys to have a new passionate start. He wants to offer you commitment, something major. He wants to get past his insecurity enough and love himself enough to offer you his heart and be vulnerable. And again, naked, naked, vulnerable, healing the lies, healing the self-deception. Look at all the regret he has. He feels terrible. He's like crying over spilled milk. But now he's like wanting to, he's wanting to stop covering it all up is what I feel like. He just wants to say, you know what, it is what it is. And the milk is spilled. There's nothing we can do about it now. So can we have some acceptance here, talking to himself. And like, we just need to reveal how we really feel, what we really think. And, that we're passionate about this connection. He's having some kind of an epiphany about being strong enough to share that he wants a brand new passionate start with you, an inspiring new start with you. So you got to him and he wants to get up the courage and he's planning on it. He might be having to break away from something. He feels like he might be on a trajectory to go a certain place in his life or go in a certain way or appease certain people, and he knows he's got to like make some kind of a switch over to you in order to live his most authentic life. So let's pull some talk to me cards as well from this deck. If he could say something right now, what would it be that he would say? I feel embarrassed about how I spoke to you. That makes sense. I'm sorry. Right now, I'd do anything for you to know how much I love you. So he knows that you're right, but it's very, very hard for them to tell you that or admit that. Look at the tiger. He looks like all, he doesn't know he's a tiger. He's like all scared. I know I'm being defensive. Can you say this in a less charged way so I can feel safe with you? It would mean a lot for me if you could just repeat back to me what you think I'm trying to get across. So I would watch my video on how to be an effective listener. So just put in Amy Satori and the word listen, and it should bring up that video. It's about a half an hour or so long. And just learn how to validate him also, like really learn how to repeat back and to help him to feel heard and understood. All right. Let's pull some, who's helping? Guan Yin, kindness and nurturing. She's all about like having compassion and seeing from the other person's point of view as well. So what animal is helping other than the tiger? What animal is helping this connection? Heron, patience. So create a place in nature's stillness and be renewed. Take time alone to find balance. Step confidently toward your purpose. Patience will bring you rewards. So I would watch the Empress video as well, to help you step into your power and get aligned with your purpose. Because when you do that, you really encourage this whole thing to come together, but you don't sit around and kind of pressure him to, to make anything happen or to like force it faster than it needs to be. Because the rate at which it goes, it needs to be like honored and respected. And it's a good thing that cultivates some maturity and listening skills, understanding skills, compassionate skills. We all, the masculines and the feminines, learn so much through the separation phase. It's very, very transformative. So don't be thinking it needs to be different than it is. Radically accept it as best you can. Thank you, God, for my misery exercise. It'd be great to help you to just be like, it's perfect, just how it is. It is just how it needs to be right now. He will express his feelings to me. I already know he loves me. He will express it to me when he feels comfortable to do so, and just kind of let it go. I just felt like pulling one of these cards. If you don't like a situation, practice being the observer of the experience rather than being in it yourself. I don't know if you're on my Telegram, but I just shared an experiment, a quantum physics experiment that talks about this. Step outside yourself and look from a more detached perspective. So be the observer of the situation instead of so caught up in it. Pray as if you've already received what you're asking for and it'll be yours. So definitely use affirmations. Thank you, God, so much that he was finally able to share his feelings with me. And thank you that we've become closer than ever. And thank you that he feels more comfortable and he feels safe with me. Thank you so much that everything's worked out so beautifully. Thank you so much. Say it as if everything has happened just the way that you would have wanted it to. And it'll manifest that for you. Okay. 5142. 5142, little tiger. Come on. Okay. 5142. 5142. Oops. I knew he was going to come back out because I needed to set him aside. 5142. 5142. A bear. Okay. Hi, Amy. I bought silver and I have it in a safety deposit box at the local bank, and I just heard get it out. Is it safe there, or should I have it with me? Some are saying you should have your metals in your own possession. I agree completely. Um, there are many different things that you can do with it, ways that you can hide it, places you can hide it. You can hide it at a friend's place if they have you know, some property, you could bury it, or like in their basement, or some kind of place. So you might do like a search on DuckDuckGo, good hiding places, maybe something like that. But I would definitely get it the heck out of the bank, because it feels like some of the banks might, everybody's like, well, they're FDIC approved and everything. And that doesn't mean anything, you guys. None of the promises they've ever made us mean anything. So keeping that in mind, your physical possessions are in the possession of somebody else right now, period. End of story. That's, you can erase all the rest of it. Okay. Because it's just not there and it's non-existent. So if you don't want your possessions in the possession of somebody else, then get them back. If you don't want somebody else to have your metals right now, whoever that is, then you get them back. So I definitely feel that. And yeah, I don't feel good about that. What else does she need to know right now? Which animal is helping her right now? The bear. Are you kidding me? And he's got a big fish in his mouth. So you got abundance coming. It's like, you don't need to worry. Don't be in a lack mentality. Thank you, God, that I have everything I needed. Oh, yeah. In the last reading that I did for you, it was about how you need to be like affirming the positive and not be worried or afraid. And don't put your confidence in these material things. Like if all your metals were stripped away and like all the things you deem important were stripped away, could you still have a happy life? Could you still cultivate joy and happiness and have security and all of that? So your security needs to come from within you rather than the things that you possess, Okay. I am what? Hang on a second. I'm gonna have to turn this slide on over here. I'm indestructible. I am indestructible. Wow. I honor my intuition and go where it leads. Love and gentleness are my real strength. I never give up. I will succeed. So you will find your way. No matter what you need to do, just listen to your instincts all the way along on your path, and you will be led to the solutions. Okay. Happiness. Your thinking will either make your happiness or take your happiness. It's your choice. So everything is the way that you decide to look at it. Always remember that. Wow, there's some energy about today. You guys feel that? You're being too superficial. Dig deeper to pull it up by the roots. What's really underneath it all? Whatever fear you're having, take a good look at it. It's about security and safety, I feel. We want you to give this a try. So try to look at it differently. Try to use affirmations. Anything you feel resistance with what I'm saying, give it a try. Having a good cry, then putting your hand on your heart and saying, I love you, can be all you need. So reassure yourself in those times when you're getting worried. What is wrong with the lighting? Just reassure yourself. It's okay. We're going to be all right. No matter what happens, I got you. You don't have to rely on anybody else or the bank or anybody to pull through for you or anything, because I got you. No matter what we face. Remember that reading earlier that they got that card about like, when no matter what you face, like just know that you can deal with the consequences, period. All right. And I do feel like pulling a spirit card for you. Okay, who's helping her at this time, please? Who's helping her at this time? Star Maiden, rest. I love this card. She brings a very positive message about feeling bright about the future, that you are going to succeed, that you are going to have some wonderful things happening in the future. You just need to believe in yourself and know that like the worst is now behind you. So put the trauma of the past behind you. And they just asked you to take a look at the bear, definition of the bear and what the bear means. Like look up the symbolism of a bear, especially the grizzly bear. But I also feel like you are coming into like a mama bear energy. Like you're gonna be like, I feel that like you need to watch the Empress video. Everybody needs to watch the Empress video. Because I feel like there's something about it, how you're learning a lot of these things right now so that you can teach other people and help them to be strong in themselves as well. So you're going to be a leader. You're going to be a leader. Okay. One more and then we'll do the blissing. Oh, okay. Okay. 5143. 5143. The giraffe finally got to come out. Oh, he's so happy. He's like, yay. You know what's funny is I wonder you should take note of when that giraffe peeked out before, because that might be some kind of a clue for you. That's interesting. So 5143. Okay. Hi Amy. Thank you so much for all that you do. I'm an independent contractor as a hairstylist in my current salon, and I've been there for 11 years. My plan is to rent out a suite so I can provide my clients a better experience for them. And I was wondering if you have any guidance on making this a blissed move. Thank you so much. Okay, so I was getting all kinds of really cool things about this. Um, so I feel like it's gonna be experiential and it's gonna be healing and it's gonna a lot of salons are geared around like gossip and talking bad about people and things like that and kind of like venting. Your salon is going to be something that transforms people into the positive. Like when they come through the door, they're actually like, by the time they leave, they're going to be taking personal responsibility. They're going to be taking a good look at themselves. They're going to have some awarenesses. They're going to wake up in a lot of ways. I feel like you're even going to have like some live music or something playing, like a DJ, champagne, like some something like. But I feel like that instead of like a DJ, it's going to be like some really pretty music playing that's live. It's going to be incredible, and I just heard some trickling water, also like a little waterfall in there. It's going to be like amazing, amazing for people to experience it. Um, Okay, what else did you guys want to tell her about this? In time, your dreams are coming true. They want you to know that step by step you're taking through it. And even though it doesn't look necessarily like the big pictures, it's almost like you're going to have to put it up brick by brick, but keep like the bigger picture in mind the whole time. So so maybe even work out a plan for how you want it all to be eventually. And just whatever you could afford, just do that for now and do that for now and do that for now. Definitely like paint the place the proper colors right off the bat and get the trickling waterfall in right off the bat, and then start working on the philosophy of those who work there and how you guys are kind of counselors. You're like hair counselors or something. And how funny that you would talk about this on a day that I changed my hair. So that's a good sign. How much is she in that tai? Okay, so what animal is helping her right now, please? Unicorn. I didn't even know there was a unicorn in here. What? Unicorn, infinite possibilities. You are geez, the printing is so small and faded. Okay. You are the sovereign of the seen and unseen world. The magic of love surrounds you. Beauty transforms you. Listen to the spirits of light. Abandon the darkness. Go beyond the ordinary and become the legendary. Wow. It's like think bigger, think of the bigger picture and think, because all that I just said, you probably never even thought of it, right? Or maybe it's kind of passed through, but you're like, no, that's too over the top. No, that was, it's like, and I'm looking at how the giraffe is also, I think the giraffe is also about having that bird's eye view, having the big picture in mind. And look at his little spots are like the bricks that have been put together and built over time to that higher perspective. Yeah, so that kind of like overcome the darkness, that kind of alludes to the no more gossip, right? That's craziness. It's good to validate people, but it's also it's even better. Like I had a massage therapist one time that every time I complained about people and what I didn't like about other people, oh, they're so fake. She'd say, in which ways are you fake with yourself in your own life? Or in which ways are you fake with people? And I'd get so mad at her, but like eventually I started to understand. I used to get it. I was starting to get it. And then I'd be like, oh, wow, that's really freeing. When you can start being honest with yourself and seeing those things, it's freeing. And then you can start laughing at yourself and you're like, oh my gosh, how cool is that? So you got self-worth. Why settle for crumbs when you deserve a whole meal? So you deserve the whole shebang. Rebel. It's time to celebrate the fact that you don't fit in. Stand on your own 2 feet. Wow. So maybe you were afraid of what people would think if you started something so incredible, Oh my gosh, look at this. It's your time to shine. Don't dim your light. The world needs your unique talents and gifts. So shine brightly. Wow, that's awesome. And you're going to wake people up to the truth of what's going on in our world as well. And you'll be known for that. And people will like come from miles and miles and pay a lot of money to come experience what you're going to be offering. So do not hide your light behind a bush, come out and shine that beautiful light. Okay, so let's do a general blessing for everyone. Let's give everyone an animal for the general blessing. Because why not? Oh, that one's already been gotten. That one's already been gotten. I kept it in there, unfortunately. That one's already been gotten. Come on, give me an animal that hasn't been gotten. Here we go. The lion. Oh, he's so cute. Okay. So, I'm gonna be so happy he got chosen. I was the only one left. I finally get to shine. Okay, I'll get over how cute they are. Like once I've used them a million times. I'll be, yeah, there's the lion. There's the tiger. But right now they're just so cute. Okay, so everybody just relax, and as long as it's for everybody's highest good involved and it's honoring everybody's free will, then it will be amplified. Whatever it is that you're hoping and wishing for or praying for, it will be granted and amplified as long as, according to those rules. Okay, so drop your shoulders and relax. Mama na tain sa se she la ke na apu mama an ha la ki in tate e san se e la shishina ha pahoma ama ana tain ha la ki in shishi la lipe ima ho na ai he san se e shin da paha ama o la ake ins hala shishi kin da te hi pahoma ana ai. Wow. So anyone who feels drawn to, please look up the lion and see what it means so that you can embody that at this time. So thank you so much for being here. If you want to ask a question on one of these videos that come out every week on Thursdays, become a member of my association, which is $22 for an entire lifetime. And you immediately get that $22 off of your next order anyway. So it's pretty much free. And then once you remember, you just go to the services page and then you go down to Ask Amy Q&A and you ask your question or questions there. And then usually on Mondays, I record your answers for you, and then they come out on Thursdays. In this particular instance, it got recorded the morning of. So I'm going to have to hurry up and get this uploaded as quick as I can. You guys have yourselves a beautiful day, and I'll talk to you next week. Bye.